Today I'm going to be walking you through the image portion of the content, AI content for brands kind of course. I'll also be demonstrating and doing some demos throughout it so that you can see the actual work in real time as well as the capabilities of the AI. By the end of it, you'll be able to create images yourself using various AI models as well as using other reference images. So not only using your own, brain in terms of like, hey, I want to make this and prompting the AI to do that, but also saying, finding an image in real time and then recreating your idea based off of that image. Before we get started, I just want to walk you through the kind of the beginning portion of this. When it comes to really like AI images in general, there's really only two ways to make an image, and that's text to image and then image to image. Those are like the only two ways, like I said. So you can prompt the AI, hey, make me a picture of an elephant in the Sahara Desert, and it can do that for you. And then also you can have an image of a rocket ship orbiting the Earth, and you can say, hey, like, make me a similar image to this, but make it in front of the moon instead of Earth, right? And then it could kind of take that image and recreate it in that way. And you can also, obviously prompt it text-wise. So that's the first concept I want to break down for you. The second concept is when it comes to image creation, there's three critical components that are pretty much vital for every image that you create. The first is style. So like, what's the type of image, right? Is it a product photo? Is it a iPhone candid shot, of like an influencer shooting something with their iPhone? It could be, those are two very different shots. So that's actually very critically important for the AI to understand what it is you're actually trying to create. The second thing is the aspect ratio. Is it going on for a commercial, on TV, 9 by 16 by 9? Or is it going to be a reel, 9 by 16? Or is it going to be a 1 by 1, shot for an ad, for example? So aspect ratio is critical. And then lastly, the purpose, right? So I mentioned, is it going to be an ad, but is that going to be an ad for Instagram, right? Is it going to be an Instagram photo, or is it going to be later turned into a video? So that's also important because you want to make sure that you are creating the right image for the right purpose. So that's the second concept. The third concept is the software. And so I did create this pricing sheet for you here. There's two image models that I recommend. It's either Nano Banana Pro or GPT Image, and preferably Nano Banana Pro. That's like the cutting edge, best image generation model. I have all these tools here that I recommend. We won't get into it yet. I'll actually go over this at the end of session 2 when you have a better idea of kind of what these things are during the demonstrations. But I will say the reason I am bringing this up right now is because models are consistent amongst different hosting platforms. And so what that means is a hosting platform will have access to a variety or single models, meaning Nano Banana Pro is an image model that is within this hosting platform. And this platform is Google's native hosting platform called Google Flow. But you actually will have access to Nano Banana Pro through this other website, for example, which is another hosting platform called Higgsfield. As you can see here, if we go to the image tab and we go to Nano Banana Pro, this gives you access to the same image model. And then now you can create images using the same exact image model. So the only difference is that it's a different hosting platform. And I have that information here with regards to pricing. But the one other thing is that some platforms, some models are only accessible through specific platforms. And so what that means is, for example, Higgsfield has access to this platform called Kling 3.0, which is a video platform, but you can't get that anywhere else. You have to have Higgsfield for that. And so lucky for you, my favorite platforms that I use, my favorite image models that I use are actually just found in Google Flow. And so you won't need many subscriptions if that's the case. But I just wanted to let you know about that. And then also, last note, each platform has slightly different pricing and it's based off a credit system. But we can kind of go over that later, or you can ping me about it later as well. You're gonna have access to all this information as well. The first way of kind of creating an image is text to image, and I put here not recommended, and that's for a couple of reasons. Number one is the AI tends to assume a lot. So if you give it a vague prompt, or if you give it even a decent prompt, it might not know, what you're asking for. For example, like I said, if I said, hey, I want an image of an elephant in the Sahara Desert, there's maybe different types of elephants. Maybe it's thinking, is it at night? Is it during the day? Right? Is it shot like from a professional camera? Is it shot from an iPhone? Right? There's so much ambiguity that there's assumption risk there. The second reason why I wouldn't recommend it is lazy prompting. Right? Like that's my fault. If I don't prompt it correctly, it's not gonna give me the right output. I'll walk you through the demo right now. You're allowed to prompt here. So I would say, I want an elephant in the Sahara Desert. And again, I'm just going to show you how lazy my prompting is, but what I will do is I'll add one of these template prompts, right? So we can have iPhone candid, product. I think for this one I want kind of commercial photography. I think that would be kind of cool. Actually, excuse me, I want cinematic, because I'm thinking something like out of a movie. So I'll put cinematic, and then I'll paste that into the prompt here. And I'll just generate 2 images, and I'll do it 3x4. And then just to show you the nature of these prompts, I'll actually do another one. I'll do this one, iPhone style. Candid, which is what I kind of like to use preferably for a lot of the work that I do. So this button right here lets you reuse the prompt, meaning if you want to reuse everything you kind of did, you can kind of use that. And I like to copy, paste, or cut and paste. As you can see here, okay, here we go. So this is what I got. This is the cinematic shot. It's more natural. They put a finger in there, but very different photos. Same prompt, right? The beginning of the prompt was exactly the same, but we get 2 very different photos. So that's kind of the reason why I don't like to use text to image at all. But nonetheless, I did include this for you in case you want to use it. This is a great tool, even if you're not using text to image and you're using image to image, which is the next demonstration that I'm going to show you. Before I move on, do you have any questions with that? And that's why what you're talking about, image to image, is the next sort of step up from that. And I put here direct recreation because I think that's one of the best use cases. So when it comes to direct recreation, you can basically find a reference source from anywhere: brands, real life, videos, magazines. You can screenshot a video and use it as a reference for an image if you wanted to. The workflow is real simple. You screenshot it, you upload it to Claude, which will actually give you the prompt. So you don't even have to prompt the AI. You just have to show it kind of what you want. It'll give you a prompt to paste into the software, into Nano Banana, which I will show you right now. And basically, yeah, you just you have your product as the reference. So a really simple example: this page that you sent me, I was looking through it and I was like, oh, this is really cool. So let's say I want these shoes. I'm like, I want these shoes on feet. Like same photo, just these shoes on the feet. So what I'll do is I'll go into Claude. All you need to do is you can just upload the images that we screenshotted, right? So we have, I think the first one is over here. So that's the shoes that we want. And then that's the photo we want, and we want these shoes. So you can just say, I want a prompt for the first image with the jeans, except I want both people wearing the shoes in the second reference image, light blue Adidas. Adidas, keep all the same details from the first image, only change the shoes. Just as simple as that. So it's going to start generating the prompt. As it's doing that, all I'll do is I'll just upload, I'll upload again the reference images, because that's going to be the key, right? That's what I'm showing you is like, hey, let's start from a reference point and let's just make the adjustments as we go. So I have this as my starting image, and this is the shoes that I want to swap out. So that's what I'm going to do. I have this. Ideally, you read it. My project is good. I'm not going to read it. And you know, that's going to, and the reason why you want to read it really, I'm going to generate 4 versions of this. And let's say we want them social media, so 9x16, like for a story post. The reason you want to read it is because sometimes either the AI will make a mistake, or your prompt, your initial prompt, like this prompt right here, wasn't that specific, or didn't make sense, or didn't understand. And so instead of like just going back and forth with the AI trying to fix it, you know, you could probably just catch it by like saying like, oh, okay, like it thinks that I want these shoes shot in this frame, when in reality I wanted the other thing. And here we go. So this is the starting photo, and then this is what it gave us. So that's the kind of the demo with doing the replacement. Now moving on to the last portion of this, we have image to image. So image to image, but mix and match now. So before we did image to image, direct recreation, but now the workflow is pretty much the same exact, except now we're gonna mix and match different elements. So each reference is gonna provide a different element. And really what this has to do with is a lot, like it can be done like with logos, if you're trying to like manipulate logos, put logos on like, you know, a bottle of cologne, like, hey, I want this logo on this cologne bottle, or X, Y, and Z, text on screen graphics. So I'll show you exactly how to do that with a quick little demo here as well. So we'll use these shoes from Pumas. Those are the target shoes. I want those shoes, but I want them in this environment. I want them to look like this. So I'm going to swap them out. But not only that, I want to take this this text on screen. So now bear with me, because this is going to be a little bit more of an in-depth prompt, but I want to say create a prompt, and I want the, what are these, Pumas? The light blue Pumas to be shown in the same style and image as the white Jordan shoes with the couch backdrop. Add text on screen, calendar element from reference image 3 with the same words, only the calendar icon text on screen words. Finally, I want the logo from the logo text on screen from reference image number 4. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to do. I'm basically trying to take these shoes, replace them with these shoes, and then add this little thing icon over it with the logo of this thing, Havanas, or whatever it is. So it's going to give me the prompt here. I'm going to upload the reference images. It's the prompt. We just want these to load up real quick. I'm going to create 4 variations of this, because I'm going to do, I'm going to do them just like that. Cool. And I'm going to do 9x16, like maybe they want this done, maybe want to turn this into a video later or something. So I'm going to redo or re-enter the prompt. And then what I'll do afterwards, I'll show you how to actually, because they might come out different, because every iteration comes out different. This one's really good. I actually really like this one from Aesthetic. Like, this looks good, I'm not gonna lie. So that's the capabilities there with the mixing and matching. Basically what I wanted to show you is like, hey, like if you know, the sky's the limit. If you have different things that you see that you want to combine, it can be done. So once you create the image, you know how to create images. And let's say we want to set you up to create images for the video specifically. One thing that I like to do when it comes to finding like videos and references, to use Gemini to actually create basically the storyboard concept of a video. And so what that means is, let's say I see this video right here, and there's different segments of the video, right? It's like, okay, she's doing this, she's doing that, she's doing this, and this is more of the style that I would actually emulate. I'm sure you have different styles, but we're just gonna use this example for now. And let's say I wanted to actually make the images for this video, right? Because as I told you before, at the beginning of this presentations, the purpose. So these images that we created here, these were just to be shot directly for, these are images. Like, this is an ad, this is not a video. It could be turned into a video, but there might be more planning involved, and so that's what this demonstration is going to be. So what I would typically do is I would take that video that we just saw right here, this one, and I'm just going to download it. And so this prompt basically says, you are going to help me recreate this video, and I'm going to upload the reference video, and you're going to help me move this through the 3 stages of the image creation and then eventually the video creation process to copy the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag and drop that video that I just showed you, and I'm going to tell it like, hey, can you give me the image or break down this video, or upload the reference video, and it will begin stage 1. Hey, can you give me the breakdown of this video? I want to recreate it. I want to recreate the images so that I can turn those images into a video. I say, hey, like, I like this video a lot, but I want to replace the shoes, these shoes right here. I want to replace those shoes. I want to replace those shoes with, I want to replace them with these shoes. Gemini that, right? Because that's what you might do. You might see like, hey, like my client wants a video like this, but they want their product in it. So we're gonna do that. So, hey, I like this. You know, you would typically read all the shots, and then say, hey, I like this. I only want the shots with the shoes in frame, and I want all the shoe shots to be these shoes. Go ahead and make those adjustments and give me the Nano banana prompts. It's going to give you the visual description, and now it's going to give you the prompt. So we'll test it out right now. So I believe it was this shoe, so I'll add it to the prompt as a reference. And then since it's for social media, we'll use that. I'll do 2 variations. And I'll just start basically prompting it using my my product, right? And so if you have a product, you would just reference your own product and replace the shot. Okay, so here's the 3rd shot. That looks more realistic. That looks like kind of like a kid's shoe to me. This one probably looks the most realistic right here. I like this one a lot. That's the idea. And then basically from here, we would just animate these videos to have the motion that's happening in these videos right here.